Let's talk about Iran. Not just the headlines, but the real story. Iran, once known as Persia, sits at the crossroads of East and West, a land shaped by thousands of years of history. This was the stage for epic empires, legendary kings, and revolutionary thinkers. Around 550 BCE, Cyrus the Great founded the Achaemenid Empire, the world's first true superpower. At its height, it stretched from Europe's Balkans to India's Indus Valley. Cyrus became a legend, known for the Cyrus Cylinder, an ancient declaration of human rights promoting tolerance and freedom. After Cyrus, Darius the Great took the reins, transforming the empire into a model of organization. He divided the empire into provinces, each run by a governor, and built the Royal Road, 2,500 kilometers of ancient connectivity. Darius introduced standardized currency and weights, uniting dozens of cultures into one prosperous society. The Achaemenid Empire was a melting pot of ideas, technology, and innovation. Persian engineers built qanats, ingenious canals that brought water to arid lands, many still in use today. They created a postal service, a professional army, and a bureaucracy that kept the empire running smoothly. This was more than military might, it was about innovation and governance. The Persians showed the world how to manage a multicultural empire, setting a blueprint for centuries to come. Their legacy, a civilization that connected continents, ideas, and people. Iran's story begins not with conflict, but with vision, tolerance, and ingenuity. The echoes of Persia's grand arrival still shape the world today. From ancient roads to modern highways, the spirit of connection endures. Iran's soil is layered with stories of kings, poets, and dreamers. This is where the blueprint for empire was drawn, and it all started with a vision that changed history. Iran's journey is just beginning. Let's see where it leads. Welcome to Persia's grand arrival. What was the heart of this empire? Look to its art, faith, and cities. Persepolis, built by Darius, was more than a capital. It was a symbol of unity, with grand halls and carvings showing the empire's diversity. Before Islam, Persia's faith was Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions, teaching the struggle between good and evil, and introducing ideas like heaven, hell, and judgment. These beliefs shaped the empire's moral compass and influenced later world religions. Persian law was famous for its fairness. Universal laws but respect for local customs, creating stability and trust. Persian artisans left a legacy of intricate metalwork, pottery, and grand palaces. But their greatest gift? Poetry. Rumi, Hafez, and Sadi, giants whose words still inspire. Persian culture values beauty, wisdom, and the power of the written word. It's a legacy that continues to enchant the world. Fast forward to the 20th century, Iran, ruled by the Shah, was modernizing rapidly, new rights, booming cities, and oil wealth. But beneath the surface, unrest grew. The Shah's autocratic rule, secret police, and ties to the West angered many. Religious conservatives feared lost traditions, students and intellectuals demanded freedom. Enter Ayatollah Khomeini, an exiled cleric whose message of revolution spread through smuggled cassette tapes. He called for an Islamic republic, condemning the Shah as a puppet of the West. In 1979, mass protests erupted. The Shah fled and Khomeini returned to a hero's welcome. The monarchy ended after 2,500 years. A referendum established the Islamic Republic. Iran's revolution redrew the Middle East, sending shockwaves worldwide. It was a turning point, one that still shapes Iran's identity. The world was watching and nothing would be the same. The new Islamic Republic barely had time to settle before war erupted. In 1980, Iraq invaded, sparking an 8-year conflict, one of the deadliest of the century. The war forged national unity but left deep scars and economic devastation. In its aftermath, Iran focused on self-reliance, building its own arms industry and new military strategies. Then came the nuclear question. Iran insisted its program was peaceful, but the world was skeptical. Years of sanctions followed, crippling the economy and fueling political tension. In 2015, a nuclear deal offered hope, but the US withdrawal in 2018 reignited uncertainty. Sanctions and suspicion remain, shaping Iran's economy and politics. The struggle for security and sovereignty continues. Iran's choices still ripple across the globe. Today, Iran stands as a complex, strategic power at the heart of the Middle East. Its geography, rich in oil controlling the Strait of Hormuz, gives it global influence. Iran's unique political system blends theocracy and democracy, fueling constant debate and change. Its reach extends across the region, shaping conflicts and alliances. Iran's military is formidable, with advanced missiles and cyber capabilities, but it's also a nation of poets, scientists, and a young connected population. Iran's story is one of resilience, ancient roots, modern ambitions, and a culture that endures. The next chapter is still being written.